So I posted a video maybe about a week ago speaking about the YouTube ad crisis and the controversy of advertisers pulling out their ads from YouTube due to offensive content, those who are doing terrorism type videos and so on. Now, just to recap, the Wall Street Journal is actually the culprit that started all this. They went to the biggest person on YouTube, which is PewDiePie, and he had did a video and they labeled him as an anti-Semite, and they put it out there that's who he was, and they trying to act like he's the reincarnation of Hitler. I've seen his videos, in the past, because my kids watching those gaming videos, and I haven't heard the guy say anything that makes him the reincarnation of Hitler. But this is what the Wall Street Journal tried to label this guy. And immediately when someone is labeled anti-Semitic or anti-Semite, then companies start reacting. So Disney had pulled away from him because he had to deal with them, and YouTube canceled his YouTube Red show. So from there, the Wall Street Journal saw blood, and they started to go into other YouTube creators and look at what they're posting, even though the people are enjoying their content. And they started making a big hoopla about certain conversations that happen on YouTube. Then it became a big issue where 250 advertisers pulled ads from YouTube due to this. And so eventually Google is scrambling to fix the issues, and we'll get into new ad policies in another video. But we've seen things on YouTube as content creators, but this one is something that's totally different. This has never happened before. Now understand, the Wall Street Journal is part of the mainstream media, and last year digital media advertising surpassed the mainstream media for the first time. They are dying off, and this is their last failed thing to try to do to stop independent media and those of you who enjoy watching the platform of YouTube. But all of us was hit hard. They didn't single anybody out. It was just everybody in general. But what does that have to do with this particular video? Well, when the ad crisis eventually happened, we got hit as well, like everybody else. And the revenue that we receive here keeps the platform going. And when we were hit with an 85% reduction. And we'll put that screen up, and you can see on the analytics how it just really dropped down. Now, the funds that we do receive here help us to keep the platform going. There's many things that you guys don't know that's behind the scenes that help us to produce the show that you see here, even though we don't have the biggest show in the world, but it still have people that's helping us continue to get it done. But then we looked at our subscriptions, and we'll put that up. That's a screenshot, at least from this morning. You see we have a little over 630,000 subscribers, 266 million views. But then we did a live stream yesterday. And we talked about in this live stream Patreon and where we're going to have to move, because if not, as you see in the title, this platform is going to end up being shut down due to the YouTube ad crisis. Now, if we did not have a certain amount of subscribers, I wouldn't say what I'm saying now. But I have to be honest with a lot of you guys, and I put the bigger picture above myself many times. When we were talking about Patreon or other projects that we do here, it's two different kind of people. And I always say that. And I've learned this as of really recent. You have those who watch you, and those who watch you could be those who really like you, those who can't stand you. It could be people from Stormfront. It could be the Ku Klux Klan. It could be whatever. Anybody that watch you, obviously we got people watching. The numbers bear that out. Even those who are in the mainstream media watch. I know who they are. They know who I am. I know they are because they channels show up on my thing all the time. I read who they are in my analytics. I know who you are. So you watching as well. But yet, when you come to those who actually support, now, the supporter is somebody who say, you know what, I want to make sure to help that show go on no matter what. And it moves from just being a viewer to being an actual supporter. And when you support, you buy merchandise, if you can afford it at the time, or you support at a minimal amount, which we are pushing Patreon at a minimum of $5 a month. And we pushed that for a while about Patreon. Also, people who have donated to the GoFundMe. I want to thank everyone who's done that, who's done individual donations. Even people from all over the world has done individual donations in the past. I remember people from Australia, Canada, the UK, United States, the Netherlands, South Africa. I've had people that really love to watch this particular show, and we thankful for that. Even the people that's on Patreon now. But I got a comment yesterday during the live stream that said, man, when I originally joined your Patreon, you only had 100 patrons at the time, and it floored me how you had 100 patrons, but yet you have all these subscribers. Now, to the person that said that at the time period, it was a genuine comment and an accurate comment. Well, if it floors you, my friend, that I had 100 patrons at that time period, imagine how it makes me feel. Well, we're going to talk about my personal feelings now. All the emails I get constantly, can you do this story? Can you do that story? Brother, keep going. Tell it like it is. You tell these people, how we really think, and X, Y, Z. All the personal suffering that I've been through in my personal life due to this platform. I've suffered immensely because of this platform. Because of the message that I speak, I can't get the brand deals that certain YouTubers can get. I can't. Speaking on the issues that I speak on isn't safe for a lot of people. They're scared to deal with someone like me, even though I'm not screaming and cussing and calling people a bunch of nasty, derogatory names. But it doesn't matter about that because I speak up for the community. That's why a lot of people don't want to deal with me. But it doesn't matter about that. It's about the community. It's about telling the truth and putting it out there. And this is what help us at least have people watching at this point. But the watching isn't really translating into supporting. And when you see that, it is disappointing. A lot of people will tell me, why don't you do some speaking engagements? Why don't you travel? Like in my mind, I'm like, for what? What? So 5 or 10 people show up? Because I base it on support. If you got all these subscribers, but yet nobody's really going to support you outside of that, then what? Do I really want to go out and embarrass myself like that? I'm still human at the end of the day. I can get embarrassed. I can get upset. I can get disappointed. I can get whatever else. I'm human. So do I really want to go out and embarrass myself like that when I can see on social media that, we say, hey, let's do this, and not many respond, but we have at least 630,000 subscribers, at least as of today. And which is not easy to get on YouTube. It is not, but it's not translating. Also, yesterday during the live stream, I received another comment, and this person was telling me that another YouTuber that has a progressive show, he's a Caucasian gentleman. He told his people exactly what I'm telling you as well. And within hours, they responded to his call about his show. And within a few days, they hit any goal that they needed times some. Now, the person told me this person has less subscriptions than you, which I checked. They got about half as subscribers as I have. And yet they hit their thing like that. So how did that translate to a person like myself? His people support him. Not only just watch, but they support. They don't want his show to go away. And you have shows that you like. You hate when a TV network cut it off because it's like, God, that was a good show. Why they cut that off? Or if you're in a relationship and you got something good, you don't appreciate it till it's gone. Now, this platform has brought a lot of people on as interviews. We've interviewed, the son of Marcus Garvey. We interviewed people like Dr. Boyce Watkins and many other people that we have interviewed here on this platform. You can get Jane Elliott, many others. And we want to bring the news and information. All the people that told me that this platform has helped change their mindset, open their eyes up, help them in their marriage, help them open up a business and have them thinking more as an entrepreneur instead of just working for someone 40 and 50 years, retiring and waiting to die. All these things that people tell me, which are great. And the last thing I want to do is be on here making this kind of video. I wish I could just get into more news stories and edit interviews that I have to edit and all this other stuff. But this is a very serious issue. And if we cannot get those 3,000 patrons, then we're not going to be able to last. And I'm just keeping it real as possible with you. And I hate to even make this video and even say those words, but I have to be extremely honest. It would suck for this platform to go away. It would. Not because someone shut you down, because the people don't really support you like that. And this is the time that the rubber meets the road to find out if you really have support or you just got people just watching you. Because like I stated before, people can watch you and can't stand your guts. But when people support you, they say, you know what, we don't make sure that you're here to continue to bring the news and information that we have grown accustomed to like and grown accustomed to love. Now, as of yesterday, we were 7.5% fan funded. We were 8.3% fan funded as of today. So people did respond to the call yesterday, but we need to get 100% to keep this thing going, because it's not going to last that long. You know, I talked to T, and she spoke to someone on YouTube, and they say this can last, you know, for a month, 2 months. They don't know. We can't operate like that. We will have to do something else. Reality speaking, if we can't support the show, then we have to do something else. And I know many of you don't want the show to go away. Many of you enjoy it. And so what we're asking, this is a worldwide call. We're asking those to help us become 100% fan funded. We have 250 patrons on Patreon. We need 3,000 total. This is what we need to keep going. And I know out of all these people who's watching the platform, I know it's a minimum amount to help us finish our goal on Patreon for a minimum of $5 a month. That way we don't have to worry about what YouTube is doing with ads or anything else, because I know people's been telling me the ads ain't running on my videos, but yet I'm getting the views, but I'm not getting the ad revenue. I don't know what's going on. I told people in YouTube about it. They said they looking more into it, but at the end of the day, we have to keep going. There are people that depend on us to take care of them as well. And I'm concerned about them. There's a lot of stress on me right now with this situation. And so if I felt that it couldn't be done, then I would tell you this can't be done. But I know there are people who are watching that could help us make sure that we don't go away, we stay afloat. And if we can hit that goal on Patreon, even when YouTube finally get it fixed with the advertisers, or even if they ever get it fixed with advertisers, we don't know. We know that our people support us, and it would definitely put a different wind in my sail once I see that, because it's kind of messed up, at least on my part, that I, lose sleep. Sometimes I sleep in this chair that you see me sitting in a lot with this computer watching my face, doing research, putting news stories, doing everything I can. And then when you look up, do you really have the support? And it's not about anger for me. It's not anger. You know how people say, oh, you just mad. It ain't about mad, because when I'm angry, you'll know it. For me, it's more so disappointing. That's what it is. To see things that happen like this and even get to this point. Now, of course, I'll be really disappointed if the show gets shut down. Trust me, I would be disappointed. Trust assured, for some people say, well, you only doing it for money. If I was doing it for money, I would coon. Cooning brings in the money. Trying to please massa will bring in the money. Speaking on black topics and issues does not bring in the money. Trust me on that. Acting silly will bring in the money if you're all about money. So it's not about that for me. It's about doing what we're passionate to do here. I enjoy doing this, and I just really don't want it to go away. And I know many of you watching don't want it to go away either. So if you don't want it to go away, now help us keep it going. We have the link to the Patreon. Search your heart if this platform has helped you in any way, shape, or form. We're asking to help us keep going at a minimum of $5 a month. If you choose to do more, God bless you. We thank you for that. But we need the people to come through. I can't post any news videos without even letting you know the importance of what's going on. So I want to thank you for listening and taking your time out, bearing with me on this long video. But this is something I don't even want to even consider, that this platform is shutting down, because we have too much room for growth. There's so much more we need to do, and there's so much more opportunity out there for us to get the message out. Any of you who really know me know I'm not Hollywood with anything. I come talk to any of you. I listen to you. You know that. And I'm not where I can't be approached. You know, I'm not trying to hang out with elite type of people, even online. I'm just your brother. That's it at the end of the day. So it help us keep this going. At the end of the day, I will see if we do have the support or we just have people watching and they'll watch us crash and burn. We don't know. But I have more faith in what I'm saying. I believe that is enough of you out there that will help us keep going. But that's just me. I'm very hopeful. I'm optimistic more than most. And I have a lot more faith in people than most. And that's always a good thing, at least for me. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the ad crisis. Let me know if you are joining us on Patreon for a minimum of $5 a month because you don't want the platform to shut down. And share this video with those who would also be concerned with a media outlet such as ours being shut down due to the fact that really we don't have the support. Because at the end of the day, we never want to see us shut down.